All right, so today's task, or tonight's task rather, is to figure out if I can fix my sister's Coke clock. If you're watching this, Layla, then by the time you see this video, it'll probably already be obvious to you what's going to happen. As for me, I don't know yet. Neither will probably anyone else. So, now Dad and Layla have helpfully disassembled this already. There's a scratch on the bezel. Tied up in the back. Don't want to crush these hands. Do they come out? I don't know that they do. There is a knurled ring there. So, okay. This is far simpler than I thought it would be. So, all of this here is just for the fluorescent light, it looks like. These two power wires, just go straight to the motor. And this is apparently what is not working. I am going to see if I can take this off. So I can disconnect these hands. That would make this a lot easier. The hour hand is just hanging free there. Oh, there we go. That's pressed back into place. Now, is this stone frame? Barely. Forgive my amateurish camera work. Good enough. So, the set knob is over there. Does that go on the bottom there? Doesn't look like it. Where does the set knob go? I don't know. If I could get this off. Oh. Okay, that's a press fit. Good. Now, should be able to turn that. Okay. Knurled knob comes off. So is that and that. Okay. Now the front is free. That's a good place to put this. Okay. So this just mounts there, I guess. Hope you enjoyed the frogs as much as I do. I do really enjoy the frogs. Okay, so this mounts to there or to there, because that's where the set knob goes. So the set knob does just pop in there, it looks like. Based on my incredibly amateur knowledge here, I think this is shaded pole motor, maybe. I learned those words from Matthias Wandel. Pending lecture made in USA, type XL7 AC only. No other information. Looks like the back will come off if I remove these posts. You know what? I'm going to do. I would like to see this in action because they said it just wasn't working. So I'm going to put that on there for reference. Into this bag. Get that lined up. Shove that back in there. Make sure that works. Which it do. Good. Just for funsies, I'm going to put that ring back on so that won't fall off. Come on. There we go. Plug her in and hope sparks don't fly. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I can hear it whirring. Since it's the minute hand, I can't see if it's actually moving. Let's shove the second hand in. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just like they said. All right. I do feel it whirring though. So I don't think it's a problem with the clock not getting voltage, which would be an easy solution. Come on. Went into my thumbnail. If I can get this apart, hopefully it will be something relatively simple. So, looking for, doesn't fit, got this, that's too small, 1/4 inch for the win. All right. So these two slotted ones go on the rotor side. Woo! Oop. Okay. So these, that is where that's where the set knob goes. Can you see that? Yeah, that is where the set knob goes. All right. And that is the motor output, I think. Maybe. All right. So I've got, let me get this a little closer. I want to take record of this so I don't forget where anything goes. Come on. Can I zoom in? Yes. Okay, so we've got a little gear with a hole over this gear in the center, over this gear that just kind of, oh, that rides in that one there. So over here, there's a lot of moth corpses. Well, let's see if the motor does anything. Oh, it's spinning. All right. Oh, hang on. Now, if I hold it, it stops, but that might just be because it's not an especially high torque motor. It doesn't have to be. All it's doing is turning some very light plastic gears. All right. Well, that's good, I think. So this gear is in dirty but relatively good shape. This one is fine, as far as I can tell. So this was down here. This was down here. This was over here, right? Yes. I can't get it in. And that gear turns this one underneath. I'm not sure why that's there. Maybe just to keep it in place. To keep this one in place. Because that's all I can imagine that doing. Okay, so that fits there. Very loosey-goosey. Don't care for that. This was here. And this was there. Okay. So I'm going to hold that down. Plug it in, see if it turns. it does not. Oh, there it goes. And it stopped. It's interesting how it keeps switching places. All right. The mechanism seems to be working. I wonder if it just needs a little bit of lubrication. Because... well, crap. All right. Get all that moth chunk out of there. Oops. Whee. All right. Stop the recording. Nothing was missed. Okay, so this went in here like that. This went, I think, in here. Hang on. That went there. This would go here. Okay. This goes up here. Meshes nicely with those. And then this goes in here. So, how does this all go together then? This is... oh, wow. You know what? I think I'm going to take all of this out again and get a brush. Time for brush. Brush, brush, brush. Get all those moth corpses out of there. This clock lived for a very long time in a barn that was full of moths. We spent a lot of time trying to get the moths out of the barn. Hey, these come out. I think. Yes, they do. That'll make cleaning much easier. All right. Brush again. Okay. That looks much nicer. And more importantly, is much nicer. Excuse me. Okay. So that I can do there. And this we can do here. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. All right, so this is like a brass tube inside another brass tube. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put some oil on these. I don't know what kind of oil. I only have like 3-in-1, and I feel like these are a little bit delicate for 3-in-1. Also, I don't know how that'll play with the plastics. It's probably fine with the plastics, but I don't want to take any chances. So I am going to go get some sewing machine oil. I will be right back. And we're back. Sewing machine oil. The good stuff. When in doubt, always that. All right. That way I won't lose it. I want to put just a little bit on here. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Oh, and a little bit on here, because that will go there. Maybe take up some of that tarnish there. Okay. I need a rag. There we are. All right. So now, crap is sticking to everything. This was. Wait a minute. Wait, where was. This was. Oh, I had it upside down. I scared myself silly for a second there. I thought I'd found a gear I hadn't accounted for. But no issues. Okay, I'm going to drop just a little bit in there. Work it in. And there. Work it in. Okay, so now we have that goes there. All right. So I need to get this to a sense make point in my mind. That was like that. That going down into that hole. This over here in that hole. Okay. So this sandwiches apart like that, which means this one, oh my gosh, goes in there, but the point that actually interfaces with the hole is in this gear. Dang it. I should probably clean these off a little bit better anyway. Okay, well, it's a good way to clean this off. All I have is a shop rag, and the shop rag is kind of nasty. How about an old piece of pants? When in doubt, pants. All right. Ugh. I wonder if I should use some vinegar on this or something. There is some nastiness. Nastiness on there. Come on, focus. There we go. I don't know if you can see the nastiness. I don't want to use like a solvent because I feel like that would damage the plastic. Is it time for vinegar and Q-tips? It might be time for vinegar and Q-tips. Okay, I'll be right back again. The time has come for vinegar and Q-tips. All right. Now, all I'm doing this, I'm gonna do my best to fill in the rest of y'all. Layla already knows the story. She lived it, or some of it. Can't seem to be doing very much, but I will persist. So I don't know how old this clock is. I'm guessing, I'd guess late 70s. My parents got it when they ran a pizzeria in Boston. Was it Boston? Quincy. I think it was Quincy. They lived in Quincy. I don't remember. I wasn't alive for this, actually. I'm sure they'll be able to tell me. But it was called Famous Pizza, and apparently this was in the pizzeria. And they took it with them when they sold it. The pizzeria. They took the clock with them when, you know, I don't need to explain that. And I think it was in two barns, actually, because there was when my parents left Massachusetts, they went to where they live now, and there was a little shed barn, and Dad had this clock in there. I guess it's kind of a nightlight, I think. He had this clock and an old radio, which he left playing to scare the raccoons away. And then when they built the bigger barn for all the hay equipment and things, he put the clock in there. Same sort of thing. Kind of like, I think it might have just been decoration. You know, because it's kind of a cool thing to have. And I don't remember why exactly, but my sister wanted it. And this was recent when she got her own place. Dad gave it to her. And it has been gracing the wall of her apartment ever since. And it's a pretty cool piece. But it's still full of moth corpses. And spider webs. And grossness. So I think it's probably from the late 70s, the clock. Actually, was there a date on this motor? No. There is no date on the motor. The motor is dateless. It has no sugary fruits. I also have a lot of clock knowledge. I collected clocks when I was a kid. I still have like a good 90% of my collection. I still add to it every now and then. Some of them are still at my parents' house. I have one special antique one that I got from my grandma that's still there. And I should get that at some point. Yeah, this is some pernicious stuff. That stickiness isn't going away. Vinegar has failed me. Maybe Goo Gone? That wouldn't damage plastic, would it? I don't think it would. All right. Try again. All right. So this says, surface safe, hard surfaces, carpeting, and clothing. Do not use on silk, leather, suede, rubber, faux stainless steel, unpainted drywall, unfinished wood surfaces, and unsealed stone. These are not rubber. So I think we're safe. Okay. Come on. I love the smell of that stuff. This in particular smells a little manky, but it's old, so that might be why. All right. Get some goo going on the Q-tip. See how she do. Well, ooh, wow. Wow, that was quick. Okay. Yeah, that came right off. Awesome. Come on. Cleaning gears with a Q-tip and some Goo Gone. Just try to get in all the teeth there. Flossing the teeth with a Q-tip and Goo Gone. Gear dentistry. I've noticed, since I started making these videos, that I have a tendency to breathe really heavily. And I feel like it's super annoying. But no one's ever said anything to me. So I don't know if it actually is or not. Probably should have been wearing gloves, because this stuff will dry out your hands, but I don't care right now. I'll just wash them after. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. Cleaning all the teeth. You know what would make this a lot easier? A toothbrush. Which is like a pun, but it's also true. Do I have a toothbrush in here? I feel like I must have a toothbrush in here. This, that looks like that might be battery corrosion. I better not use that. Oh, I can use this though. Brush. Brosse les dents. Woohoo. Woohoo. Oh yeah, that is looking much better. Still a little bit discolored, but I don't know how much I care. Well, I think that's good enough for me. Put that there. Check real quick. Harmful or fatal if swallowed. Okay, good to know. Clean area with soap and water. I'll set that aside. Do that off camera, because I don't want to bring this whole setup inside. That would be a pain. All right, this one slightly less bad. Ooh, those teeth look a little worn out. That's the one that was contact with the Metal Gear. The solid Metal Gear, if you will. I have the best jokes. Okay. Cleaning this plastic gear malleable. Dooba dooba dooba. I wonder, because those worn out teeth in the bottom are a little worrying, I wonder if I could send this gear to Cole and have him 3D print me a new one. It's pretty thin though. Actually, is that worn out or is it just shaped like that? I can't quite tell. No. So this with a dry one, because there's a lot of particulate crap in there. Okay. Come on, particulate crap. Get out of this gear. All right, I've got a magnifying glass here somewhere for this exact situation. Actually, I can use this one. Ah. That's not plugged in. Where's my little good magnifying glass? What have I done with it? Where did it go? Where did it come from? The dollar store, probably. Oh no. Oh no. Where did that go? I just dropped a gear. Oh no. Oh no, that's a crisis. That is a crisis. Tread very carefully. Get my light. Where are you, gear? Come back, gear. There you are. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, also I found that. Not that that's important, but I like it. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but this used to be a bolt. But it came undone in the brake system that it was a part of and just spun around for years till it was carved by the motion into this lovely shape. Now it's a paperweight. Okay, magnifying glass. Where is it? It's got to be around here somewhere. Is it under thing? Is it under a different thing? Oh, I have a Fresnel lens right here. Okay, let's use that. That will work better. Okay, yeah, the more I'm looking at this, the more I think that is intentional. So, can I hold it close? Hold on. I'm such an amateur that it hurts. But that looks too regular to have been caused by wear to me. And then again, if it was caused by wear, it would be regular, but I feel like the ridges on those little teeth would be curved this way, and they're not. after all, well, wait a minute. This doesn't mesh with the Metal Gear Solid. This meshes with that gear, which has the same funky shape. So we're good. I'm not worried about that anymore. I should clean this up too. That goes in there, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll get this funky gear. So we got Metal Gear Solid, Plastic Gear Malleable, and Funky Gear Stupid. It's not that dirty. It's a little grungy though, or not grungy. Is that damaged? No. Incredibly delicate work. So this is going to go there. This would be like that, which... Oh, I wonder if this is supposed to be like a one-way gear type thing. Fortunately, I do actually remember which way it's supposed to go. So this goes like circle side down, slotted side up. Whoa! Nerve-wracking. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to clean this surface with soap and water, given that is an AC motor. But that's okay. I don't think it'll matter. I don't think this stuff is corrosive. Probably just scrubbing it dry with this Q-tip will be fine. All right. So I am going to go take these inside, rinse them off. I don't like the way that looks. I can see the sheen. You know, a big part of the Goo Gone is citrus oil. So, I don't know, maybe that's fine. Gonna put a tiny bit of oil on that motor spindle. Tiny bit of oil. Plug it in. Oh, it's not spinning. There we go. Yeah, spin. It's spin. It's spin. It's spin. It's spin. All right. I'm happy with that. Okay, now I'm gonna go rinse these off. I'll be right back again. All right. So now I gotta figure out how to put all this mess back together. I'll put this back away over here. Thank you. All right. So that's that. Shaft is oily now. Easy. Okay. So all right. Let's wrap our head around this again. I have this gear that goes there. This gear that goes here. Come on. Get out of there, cat hair. All right, and then this gear goes in here. And this gear slips over here. Good. Now, wait. I should oil these first before putting them on. So oiled that one. I'll oil this one. Just a little bitty dab. Come on. Little bitty dab. Damn it. Wow, that is way more than I intended. All right, let's clean up the excess with some old pants. All right. You, maybe if I extendo the spout, will that work better? No. If I do like this, tip it up. Oh, that does work better. Just a dab. Okay. And while I'm at it, just a dab and just a dab. Okay. So you go here. I've just got some cat hair in my mouth. You go here. Just a dab on there, because that's where the other gear sits. You go here, and then you go here. Okay. And now, can I just sandwich these? I don't know. But let's try it. Ooh, something fell out. Ooh, a lot of something fell out. That didn't work at all. This is going to be tricky. In fact, I believe it's going to be so tricky that I am sore tempted to just take these walls off so I can see what's going on. But that's the way to do it. This was like, no, that was not like that. That was like this. Yes. And this was like that. Okay. So now, I think the thing to do is take these all and put them in here upside down. Now this, oh, that's the second hand wheel. That's the second hand wheel. Okay, so let's get the second hand. Shove that down in there. Right? No, yes. I'll take it out when I need to put the minute hands on. I won't worry about that now. Okay, so this is going to go. Where is this going to go? Is that going to go there? That's going to go there. but the wheel isn't on yet. So put this there on the second hand. Push that down in. Push that down. Okay, that's acceptable. All right, and this was on top of there, right? Yes. Okay, and then this is here. And it slots into that hole there. Excellent. And then we had this over here. And then all of this. Oh, no, get back on there. You're not allowed to leave. Okay. Hands are slippery. Okay, now we slot that on there. Get everything in its correct hole. In its correct hole. In its correct hole. Come on. You know what? I'm going to put these on just a thread. That's the wrong way. Just a little bitty thread. Just to hold things in place while I get these in the correct hole. Oh, let's slide it in. Is that good? I think we're good. Okay. Now, in theory, I should be able to put these back together. Okay. Now, the only thing that's missing is the set knob, but I'm not worried about that. Oh, before I do that, actually, just dab, just a dab. Okay, moment of truth. Will it work? Please work. And it's moving. The second hand is moving. I fixed it. Okay, yeah. Look at those gears going. All right. It's a thing of beauty. All right, well, now that that's done, we can put this baby back together. And then you can see what it looks like in its full glory. Put this oil away. All right, so for now, second hand is coming back out, but that should all still be in its place. So I'm not going to worry about that. All right, so where did my wrench go? What did I do with that? I put it somewhere. I remember putting it somewhere because I don't remember why I put it somewhere. I had a reason. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, right there, under the rag. Okay. So just tiny little tighten here, here, here. I'm not torquing these very hard. Does this all still work? Yeah, that turns pretty easy. Okay, and I should be able to just put these on now. This is all back together. Yes, I can. Lovely. Okay. So there is a lock washer here. I don't know what that goes to. Let me grab all of this stuff. All of this stuff. All right. So put the lock washer there. And we have machine screw, machine screw, machine screw, and machine screw. Those will be for mounting the motor. The rest of these, all the rest of these are lag screws. So I'll set those aside. I see one spot on this motor mount that had a lock washer. I don't know why that is, but it's okay. Also, which way did this go? Oh, it just looks like it just went that way. Because there was, it doesn't actually matter because this is symmetrical. Actually, yes, it does matter because of the hole for the set knob. Okay. So, but that is the correct orientation. So now, actually, maybe I could put this over here. It's all up there. Come on. Come on. Be nice. These lag screws, get those wires down in there. Get those wires down in there. Okay. Right? Those would hold, those would hold everything down to the plastic. So why isn't that going down all the way? Is it because I do something wrong? Yes. Something very minor. I think. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4. There's more than that. But that'll be for holding the front on. Okay, we're good. We're good. Stop freaking out. Even though you are not here, it is nice to be talking to someone other than myself for once. So I remember in one of the Fran Lab videos that I used to watch all the time, Fran talked about how when you're putting screws back into plastic, you're always supposed to reverse them until you feel the threads click into place. I always thought that was common knowledge or just common sense, but apparently it's not. And that's interesting. But it's a good practice. Fran is a very wise lady. You should listen to the things she says. That's a tiny fly. What do you want, tiny fly? Do you want my blood? I have plenty, but I'd rather you didn't take it. I have a feeling you would use it for nefarious things. Like buying fly drugs. Oh, there we go. That looks good. And so now put these screws into the back. Come on. There we go. Rydan Displays Incorporated, 2060 Fifth Ave, Ronkonkoma, New York, 11779. I wonder if they still exist. Underwriters Laboratories and Door Electric sign from number AA381499. Wonder if that's a date code. And if it is, I don't know if it is, it probably isn't, but if it is, I would guess that the year is 81, based on what I know about this clock's history. Because my folks had the pizzeria round about 1984, 1985, somewhere in there. Like I said, I wasn't born yet, but I've heard stories. Okay, let's put the set knob in. There you are. All right. It's working. Good. Good, good, good. Is it supposed to stay like that? Ah, there we go. Now it's properly seated. Okay. All right, now that's the hard part done. Okay, now the fun part. All right, so I'm going to orient this so that the minute hand, I should probably screw this down first, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It's good to think about things. I just realized I forgot to put that lock nut on the motor. It probably doesn't matter. And I'm not going to open it up again. All right. Are those screw holes too? They might be. This is held together with packing tape. Oh, that's for accessing the bulb. So you don't have to take the whole goddamn thing apart whenever you want to change the bulb. That's smart. Come on. Come on. There we go. There's that click. I need the click. Give me the click. Yeah, it looks like there were screws in there. They have long since disappeared. What if I should remedy that, actually? That might be nice. Yeah, let's do that. After hands. Do hands first. Hands are important. Okay, so like I said, orient that so that it's pointing straight up. Now before, when Layla had this clock, she had repaired it, well, not repaired it, but she cleaned it. She took it apart and cleaned it. And when she took it, put it back together, the hour hand wasn't aligned properly. And it bugged me to no end because I am a clock aficionado. And I care about that kind of thing. But she didn't see the problem, so she didn't fix it. And that's okay. But now that I have the opportunity to fix it, I am going to. Because it matters to me. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Oop. It's got those ridges on it. All right. So now that is correct. And in goes this. Press fit that in. And then on goes the bezel. All right. Now, just for funsies, I want to see actually. I'm doing this right. Get Kneife. Do I have Kneife over there? I have many Kneife in here. This Kneife is not sharp at all. Ah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the bulb right there. These screws are through metal. I think I have just the thing. I think I have just the thing. Because I have, these are not them. Are they? I have PC case screws somewhere. I don't think these are them. These are not them. But they're over here somewhere. Why is this one backwards? It should be backwards. That one's backwards too. What was I doing? Those are all machine screws. What about in there? These are all lag screws. Wood screws. Deck screws. More machine. Oh, those are bolts. Perhaps my PC case screws were in here. I'm just too blind to realize. I spend an inordinate amount of time organizing screws. It's a bit of a problem. Maybe this. That might work, but I could see it damaging the thing. I don't want it to damage the thing. I don't like damaging the thing. How about this one? Some of these are real oddballs. That looks like it might work. And it's got a brother. and it doesn't fit. Okay, well, now I have a size reference. That doesn't fit. Does this fit? That's a star head. I don't want to do that to Layla. That would be cruel. I know she doesn't have a torque set. All right, how about you? You're about the same size, actually. Never mind. Here I was thinking I had just the thing, when in reality, I have no such thing. It's not in here. How about this? This is a tad smaller. Oh, looks like it bites. Ooh. Oh yeah, that fits perfect. Let's see if I can find another one for the other side. Let's the other side. Actually, let me pull this out so I can actually see it. No, it's too small. No, it's too big. Riveting cinema, I know. And that's damn near perfect. Okay, cool. All right. In they go. Come on. I said in they go. In they go. In they go. In they go. Perfect. All right. Now, for all your patient waiting, how does she have this mounted on the wall? Is this upside down? No. Yes, I had it upside down. Mounts on the wall with these. Snazzy. Okay. Now, moment of glory, moment of truth, moment of just getting to see stuff light up. Ugh. Yeah, let's turn off the light. Full effect. Yes. See the glow. That perfect operation. I love it. It is a beautiful thing. And now that it is fixed, I can return it to my sister and she can put it back on her wall and have it as a nightlight. Excellent. I'm glad I was successful. I wasn't sure if I was going to be. But that worked out really well. Thanks for joining me. This was fun.